It's great to be with you all. I'm coming to you from Central Florida, but hopefully one day soon from 1200 New York Avenue. And it's always great to be with my colleagues, Magdalena Skipper and Richard Horton, who do so much to promote rigorous scholarship and science around the world. I want to talk about some things that were raised by the speakers, linking knowledge with action and fostering equity as raised by Dr. Madsen, the need for all of us to become naturalists as raised by Dr. Dasgupta, and a new narrative, which we need to not only develop, but also install in society as raised by Jane Lubchenco. And Richard and Magdalena and I did not plan all our comments, but it just shows how much time we spend reading each other's editorials and being together on Zoom that our messages are so well coordinated. So I thank them for their comments. I want to appeal to the scientists who are university faculty to help us develop a population that is more comfortable with scientific information and process. It is true that the digital monster of misinformation and disinformation carried out by autocratic politicians and enabled by hand-washing tech companies pose a great threat to the appreciation for scientific information and expertise. But we can't expect to take on those threats until we have our own house in order. We have known for 20 years or more that our old teaching methods of large lectures and high stakes testing don't cut it. They were optimized at a time when European males were the only people learning in higher education and are not optimized for women and people of color. Study after study has shown that inclusive teaching methods will allow a more diverse population to thrive in science, and yet the movement toward these enlightened science teaching methods in universities around the world is minuscule. Similarly, science faculty continue to insist that degrees are crammed full of redundant didactic material, and they hide behind guidelines from organizations like the Accreditation Board of Engineering Technology and the American Chemical Society, my society, to justify bludgeoning students with course after course of memorized facts and equations, while research shows that greater learning takes place when students need to use material, not regurgitate it on a test. This obsession further raises the barrier to entry and crowds out courses in the humanities and social sciences that could help future scientists understand the implications of their work, such as the societal implications of climate change. It makes no sense to bemoan the lack of science literacy in the world when we are still playing such a large role in excluding people from science and making it hard for the public to understand our ideas and methods. As a former university administrator, I've heard all of the excuses. It's the fault of K through 12 education. We can't water down our subjects. The students just don't work hard enough. I don't buy it. We have the collective power as a scientific community to stop weeding people out and start weeding them in. The pandemic has provided a reset point on our teaching, just as Richard said, a reset point on so many things, but the way we teach science has also been reset when we had to move online. When we go back to the classroom, let's stop droning on and writing on the blackboard. Let's stop cramming equation after equation into our classes, and let's leave room in our curricula for students to learn not just science, but also what to do with it. Confronting these failures is a concrete way to a more enlightened populace that will partner with us on solving big problems like pandemics and climate change. By making science more accessible, we can create a world of lifelong inquisitive learners who will better care for the earth and its people. Thank you for giving me the chance to share something with you today. It's an honor to be with you all.